Raphael D7, baby. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Getting the dust off my eyes. Thanking God, right? God, thank God, bro. We don't know exactly what God is, right? We thank God, you know. We thank God for life, bro. You know, my title was This Year and My Hardest Year Thus Far. You see what I'm saying? Now, you know, man, I grew up, so I'm gonna tell you why though. Why it's been like that. The hardest year for your boy thus far. You see what I'm saying? You know, my dad, man, I ain't seen my dad, right? I'm gonna start off with this. I ain't seen my dad in 20 plus, but I didn't talk to him on the phone a few times. You see what I'm saying? And ain't many times I needed, bruh, like in too many forms and fashions. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I be trying to get to it, but then I be like, but so I ain't seen bro in like 20 years, man. He be guilt tripping me though. I've been in the same general area for longer than that though. You see what I'm saying? And then, so he live in like Minnesota. So I went, yeah. So I went to the Midwest for a few years, but we still didn't connect, right? I was probably like a couple hours away from bro. But like he be sending people to like, why don't you come down here? And I'm like, bruh, it's just not that good right now for me to, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I got some news about my mom's health. You feel me? Where it's scary. You see what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, damn, I don't even know bruh like that. And that's Mama Dukes. So, you know, I ain't no type of person that really give up. You feel me? Like, we gonna figure it out type of thing. And no matter what I gotta do, I'm gonna figure it out for us. If I gotta take all y'all out for talking, that dude talking, I would. No, wouldn't even mean nothing to me. You like a fly. You know what I'm saying? Type of time. That's what type of the guy RG whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of nigga I am. Like a fly, like a bug, and go about my shit. But you know, trying to grow as a person, it's kind of hard, man. 'Cause, you know, and I be trying to give it to y'all, not in my nigga way. You know what I'm saying? Like my aggressive way. I need some coffee too, bro. You know what I mean? So my tone might be low. And I ain't got to the point, but this shit just been hard, bro. Cause I gotta do all of this one thing sober, right? So growing up, like from like 14 to, you know what I mean, whenever I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But really, you know, for growing up, nigga got fucked up. So, you know, inebriated a lot of times, drunk, whatever, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. Didn't know that that's what I was doing to deal with the things that was going on with me, right? Mentally or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Using that as some form of therapy or some form of, you know, escape or whatever. You know how this shit go. So, boom. I was a teenager. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So now, as an adult, you know what I mean, and just taking life for what it is. Good looking. Yeah, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, but so just trying to go through life, right? Not hurt nobody. Try to be a vessel of some type of positivity and goodness amongst going through like one of like the worst, just things just ain't getting better. You know what I'm saying? But who am I to say things ain't got better? Who am I to say things ain't getting better? You know what I'm saying? Now, the bad news I got, like Mama Dukes, that nigga, that shit crushed me, bruh. Straight up, hearing about Mama Dukes, that shit brought a nigga to tears, man. But she done taught me so much stuff. How to treat y'all, how to treat the world. You know what I'm saying? Amongst all the shit I had to go through, all the traumatic, don't even seem like life was worth it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. Y'all be talking shit, but I didn't. I didn't. You know what I mean? Everybody brought up different, and everybody gonna take it different and respond to it different. So just cause I talk low or talk different don't mean I didn't go through the same shit the niggas that you look up to went through. I just might have responded to it differently. You feel me? Plus, you get older, and a lot of people assume I'm in my young 20s and shit. I'm like, bro, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I talk the way I talk. You know what I mean? So I try to watch, because I can speak out of anger, fear, whatever, right? To people and all that do, right? One thing in your personal life, all that do is ruin that. You know what I'm saying? People, no matter what you've been through, people ain't gonna accept you being an asshole or somebody that's not likable. So, amongst going through all of this, if you want to still, like, if you going through something, if you want to still have good relationships, you gotta learn to not overreact. You feel me? Even when you're going through some of the worst shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I learned that to this day. You see what I'm saying? And then you learn that you gotta fix certain things in life if you wanna be happy. This shit about being happy, bruh. Fuck all the other shit. You got money. You need money. But you need to be happy in this motherfucker with the people that you love the most. So at the end of the day, man, I'm having one of the worst years, but I got the most love in my heart that I ever had, bro. The most understanding of what love is, too, and how to love people and, and stuff like that. So, like, everybody could be tough and tough, and who cares, bro? Everybody tough, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been a mother thing. I ain't never been loving, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been, you know, what's love to me? Love, one thing you feel that shit, man. I can't explain the feeling, but you know, like you love your mama, you might love your significant other, you love your siblings. It's all different type of love in this world. Somebody asked what was love to you, man. A lot of people, John Doe, he said he hated himself. I don't know if that's real or you trolling, but if you hate yourself, bro, look at yourself in the mirror and see how beautiful you really is. For real. No funny business. Like, look at yourself and love yourself, man. You gotta look at yourself and understand how great you truly is, bruh. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, you here on this earth, bruh. Like, there are a lot of people nowadays. There's billions of people on the earth, but like, look around. There ain't nothing else. Look up the sky. Like, there ain't no living organisms that you could see on a different planet. You must be great for and here for some reason. Now that's the hardest part of this. Is like trying to find, like, what's my purpose? What's my existence? What's my purpose here? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm at the crib, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so About to make some coffee, you feel me? But yeah, man, don't give up on. You still trying to be great, bro. You still trying to find happiness. I asked my grandma when I was younger, and like real young, like in my teenage years, cause she always seemed happy. You know what I'm saying? And she always seemed joyful. She was always playing like Christian music and going to church and all this stuff. You know, and I'm over here thugged out, you know what I'm saying? Cousins all cut, you know, whatever the case may be. But so I asked her, and she just was like, man, you gotta work at that. And don't think just because I'm smiling and I'm going through it that I'm always happy. But I always just put it in God's hands. And I couldn't understand that, you know what I'm saying? I could never really understand that. But that's where she found her happiness, because once she gave it to God, she could let it go and hope that whatever great being that created us will intervene. And she, because it was out of her hands, it was out of her control. My uncle, growing up, my uncle had muscular dystrophy. So she took care of him. He passed away, but his arms, he couldn't walk. His arms was like that. So, he was in an electric wheelchair and he moved around and stuff like that. But for the most part, he was handicapped. So she took care of him. So that's where she learned her patience at, man. So me growing now, I gotta understand that and grow with that upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Through my turmoil, through my hard times. You feel me? And put God first. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but I say creator, so I don't offend a lot of people, because some people get offended by that word. But the Most High, sometimes I call it the Most High. You high, we all high, but the Most High, the one that created all of this, these little leaves and stuff that look like this dead flower. You feel me? It had life, it had all, you know what I mean? But well, you don't know how much this thing had to go through to become what it was. So I don't know either how you create something like that. So something created everything, bro. So I just try to give it to my creator. You feel me? Shout out Nick Gurr. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Brad. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing, laugh with your people, man. Share that energy. There's power in that, bro. Like we don't see the things that really matter. The frequency that's going on out here, the emotions, the things beyond understanding, or you know what I'm saying? And those things matter. You feel me? So that's what I would tell people that are going through stuff like myself. Because what I'm going through, I know some people might kerplunk themselves. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to do it. I'll talk shit to the internet and let them do it. I'll be like, yeah, I go at the hardest niggas. You know what I'm saying? If I really wanted to kerplunk myself, I wouldn't just do it. You know what I'm saying? We call it a crash out mission. But I wouldn't do that because them ladies sacrificed for me to try to be great, unknowingly what this world has to offer, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What this world gonna bring, you feel me? But they stood tall in the paint, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a carry on them traditions for as long as I can, cause that's what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the world get hard, bruh. The world get hard, man. Mother Nature, when you look at it's harsh. And that's the world. But then you find joy. You gotta look and just find joy for the day. Find joy for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Find things that you love. Hold on to them. Cherish them. And I thought like finances was gonna be the hardest thing to deal with. But it'd be other shit. They say, when Spice One putting out a new album? You know what I mean? Bruh, probably like 50. And he probably put out albums all the time though. You see what I'm saying? Like I mean not all the time, but he probably put them out. You just gotta go look for them on Apple Music or whatnot, bro. But Spice One probably living off his old catalog. Got a chop suey in the book, you know what I mean? Type of thing. Yeah, we old, bro, when we know Spice One. I ain't as old as you, though. Don't get it messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard Spice One's music. It was already old, but you know what I'm saying? Like one of them type of things, but it wasn't that old yet. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely ain't as old as listening to Spice One though. So you know what I mean? But I was listening to Spice One, bro. You know what I mean? I grew up in the Mac Dre era. I was a teenager in the Mac Dre era. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little kid when Spice One was out. Like a little toddler or some shit. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to get I'm still trying to get cracking on YouTube. I could use, you know what I'm saying, the resources that YouTube provides and you know what I mean, things of that nature. You feel me? But I just ain't found my niche on there yet. I'm not like I'm not an interviewer. You know what I'm saying? I really want to. Eventually, I'm gonna not veer off, but I'm a just give you like just like do like a day in the life type of videos all the time, like what I'm doing and trying to get cracking, and how this shit go for me. That's and just document me. You know what I'm saying? Rather than talking about other artists and stuff like that. You feel me? Cause I be taking offense to the shit, bruh. And it make it hard. It make it hard for me to do it then. You know what I'm saying? If they taking offense to it. You know what I mean? So I just, I'm gonna do my own shit then. Cause then I take offense to it. When people be in, you know what I mean? Bruh. You know what I mean? You just got yourself in high regard, but like how bruh told me that he don't like himself on here, I think nobody's above nobody, bruh. That's why I say you should love yourself. If you love another person, you should love yourself more than that. You see what I'm saying? So, because there shouldn't be nothing above you. You should take care of your people and stuff like that, but you should never, you know what I'm saying, disregard yourself, man. In comments, it's like somebody call me a monkey. That shit, man, come on, man. Shout out Paranoid Black Sabbath. What did you say? That's ABC. ABCS? I don't know, man. I don't know what, but I appreciate everybody coming and lock in with me this morning. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, bro, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? You know? It says, I thought it was big noise. y'all, but shout out to the chat, bro. The chat is cracking right now. You know what I'm saying? We rocking with the chat, man. Now look, man. We gonna get back to it, I guess. Y'all got me kind of, you know what I mean? Now, having the worst year of my life, bro. I done had one of the best years of my life. Emotional wise. You blessed to find people in your life that will like give you some type of extra value or extra like more of what you didn't know about yourself. So when you find people like that, you definitely want to keep them in your life, bro. Because growing up if you grew up how I grew up, man, you don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't trust nada. So when you start seeing like, and then that shit fuck you up. So all these people in the chat that's talking crap, y'all fucked up as me, man. Y'all as fucked up as I am mentally, bruh. You know what I mean? Trying to find it. But you looking too far. It's right there. You see what I'm saying? And when you have people that help you see that, man, you better keep them in your life, man. You better keep them in your life and not play yourself. This motherfucker, this is the realest thing that you ever gonna experience. Realize that. And so this the realest shit you ever gonna experience. Everybody talk about the afterlife, but we don't know. So don't squander this. Like, look, I don't know. I've been blessed with nice skin or something. You know what I'm saying? And no facial hair or whatever. So people, wear your face, nigga. Keep the skin clean. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Um, you know, this motherfucker, bruh, life, it's gonna traumatize you. It's gonna hurt, bruh, for real. And you gotta realize that. And you gotta learn how to deal with that. All y'all could be like, man, I love you on here. Somebody call me Epstein, all kind of stuff. Look where y'all, you feel me? Love is what run the world. All the other shit ruin it. You see what I'm saying? So we sit here and ruin it. Now, I watched this documentary one time, right? It said, if we get rid of bees, the world's over. We get rid of humans, the world flourishes. So stuff starts growing back. The light, you know what I'm saying? The birds start getting bigger. Everything start working better. So, but you know, the animals, man, the animals do mainly only what animals do, right? An animal gonna do what its purpose is. See, like that's why, okay, we go into like some spiritual stuff. That's why they say we as humans are like, and we're gonna read some of these comments. Somebody said lights off in the afterlife. That might be possible, bro. You feel me? I don't know. So that's my point. Is humans the only species that kind of don't realize the beauty of what we have here, bro. We sit here, we don't show each other love. You know what I'm saying? We like, but it's embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if there ever been a time where people didn't, you know what I mean, want to harm each other and do all of the above. I choose, cause I am so vicious, I try to be so nice. You know what I'm saying? I try to be loving because I can get there. And I'm trying to learn because I'm getting older and I can't keep bullshitting myself. You know what I'm saying? I need to utilize these good traits as a human being, since I really don't see nobody on the internet doing it like in my environment. Maybe different people, therapists, you know what I'm saying? Like touching, like not playing into the shit and just being the regular human being they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all of this and all of that, but I'm not here to play a role on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to lie or act like life ain't lifing, bruh. You feel me? Like I can get everybody the other shit too, you know, talking about artists, rappers, whatever. But it be some people, man, that gotta. It took me a minute to get here, right, to my age, to my understanding, and it could be much better. But I remember being like 15 and damn near being a crash out. You know what I'm saying? 14, being a crash out. You know, not having no guidance that was gonna help me deal with the trauma I was going through or the problems I was facing, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm been through a lot just to get a little, you know what I'm saying? Just to get a little, bruh. So, you know, and God bless people who found ways to get more. So, let's see what they talking about. But see, not on the internet. So what you said about my, yeah, I would, but that don't have nothing to do. Don't approach nobody about people like that, kids, mama, stuff like that, because I might even go worse than that. Cause that's, you know what I mean. So I'm telling you to be, I ain't telling you to be Martin Luther King and turn the other cheek, bro. What I'm telling you is to not squander your shit, but protect those who you love and honor and protect their names. You know what I'm saying? That's why this new generation, when people talking about people's relatives that didn't pass along, I think it's corny and I think they lame for it. I always thought people was lame for that. You know what I'm saying? You know, for many reasons, but why would you talk about somebody's peoples that ain't here? Even growing up in the streets and bruh did bruh, that it still didn't go on. It just that's because we understood, man, that shit was fucked up. Either way it went, both ways, it was fucked up. And we wasn't living for clout. We was just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. Y'all, you little niggas don't understand. Y'all got everything at your fingertips. Nigga, we didn't even know. I didn't know we had to make the cool brands. You might have seen some niggas, Jay-Z and them nigga on TV and everybody dressed like them. But what if you wanted to be flyer? You had to figure that shit out growing up. Y'all niggas just look at the internet. Okay, I'm gonna act like Dirk. Dye my dreads like Dirk. And I'm gonna talk like this. No, nigga, somebody was gonna test you growing up without the internet like that. Like the internet was around, but you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, so motherfucker was gonna get at you. So you had to learn how to do all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And still have your chin high, and be respectable, and be polite, and all of this shit, bruh. Y'all typing hella fast though, you know what I'm saying? So growing up, bruh, there was values that, but you young, like that this generation, y'all blessed because y'all got all the information. I got lied to so much by teachers and people that was supposed to be knowledgeable. Y'all can go on Google, GPT chat, ask a question. What is the answer to blah, blah, blah? And they gonna give you the most accurate answer that they can find. I didn't get the most accurate answer that the person could find, and you didn't have no. let me fact check, or I don't want to say fact, but let me check and get a reference on this. There was no references, so a motherfucker taught you some shit and brainwashed you. That's who you thought it was. Talking videos everywhere, nigga. So me too, but I'm saying if you starting off that way, so then that's why you want to keep the other values, the human values, because you got all this technology which give you all this information, right? But you got to know how to take in the information, intake. How you going to intake it? Because how it come out is how you going to live your life. I don't know what y'all saying on here, man. Y'all, are you in Oakland, man? Man, I can't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, to ask me where I'm at, I mean, I'm not going to tell you that, bruh. But I'm in California. Or the roosters crow and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I get around, bruh. I might be here, I might be there. You know which messages I always like clicking on? The ones that I gotta click on because I know they cussed or something or said something crazy. Let's see what they said. You skipping my comments, old. Well, let's see what your comments was, Solace. That was your problem. School gave you information. Man, they gave you, that school gave information, Solace or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The information we was getting, bro, it's accurate. You had to work harder for it though. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got it on easy street, bro. You had to work hard for it. And that's amongst your problems going home and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you might have had hella problems at that crib too. And you had to go to school and they want you to and then you gotta read all these lies and shit. George Washington never told a lie. All this bullshit. So you read all this shit, they kind of fuck you up. They kind of fuck kids up, man. Santa Claus and all this fake ass shit. So you believing in all this fake ass shit, bruh. Poo, 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 poo. Then you become adult and you realize, man, this shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing I think I got is reality at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of knew, okay, but so it helped me be more realistic with me even going to school or me going outside the house and dealing with the world's problems. So, you know, we're dealing with life. We're dealing with life, man. You gotta be open-minded. You gotta be open-minded because you never know what this motherfucker could go present. You think a person that gets on an airplane, like, okay, somebody that get on an airplane, they about to go to wherever, Bermuda. I don't even know where Bermuda is. I just heard the name. So going to Bermuda, right? You think they going on there and they go on a vacation. You think that person's ever getting on that airplane really truly thinking it could go down and you know what I'm saying? But life is always a possibility. Life has a lot of possibilities. Now, most likely, and God willing, it's gonna get to Bermuda. You know what I'm saying? But you always gotta leave a chance for chance in life. You feel me? You always gotta leave a chance for the good or bad. You see what I'm saying? So you always gotta leave room for that shit. You know what I mean? And nothing is really absolute. Now, we didn't have this type of critical thinking growing up. Nigga, shut up and get out the class. If you gonna ask what's outside of these books, get the fuck out of here, Raphael. That's what happened. So, you know, I remember asking about the Native Americans around Thanksgiving time. Nigga got kicked out the class. I'm like, well, where the Native Americans at, man? Got kicked out of the class. They didn't want to explain that. Who's too young, telling like, enjoy this turkey, this dry ass turkey. You know, I'm like, these Native Americans like this dry ass turkey. They like that shit. Maybe that's what got rid of them. This dry ass shit, nigga. Did you have some water there? I never seen no fucking water there. So, you know, they always teaching you bullshit in them schools, bro. You better learn. You better learn. That's called colonization. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching you bullshit to control your mind and the way you think. And that's why y'all on here acting like the people that's doing that. You feel me? Self-worth. I ain't trying to get on the internet talking some shit I can't stand behind or I can't, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I do music sometimes too, right? And I say some of the craziest shit, and some of the craziest shit I mean. I really mean. But I feel like that's a level of poetry too. You know what I'm saying? So it's an art. But when we talking about like real life and we just chopping it up and you want to chop it up with your boy, this how I chop it up, bro. I really don't chop it up on no ghetto terms or no nothing. I'm a man and I ain't really playing with nobody. I got real life. It's rough. So we joke, we laugh, you know what I'm saying? But we don't play with each other as a man. I don't play with, man. I ain't never had that luxury, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, growing up playing sports, niggas was competitive. We wasn't playing. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, little black kid here, he could make it out the ghetto by just catching his ball, nigga start running fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, that's how I be. You feel me? Nigga trying to take care of their mamas and shit, nigga. So, my mama, Duke's being not well right now. That shit bothered me. Cause I ain't put us in a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a nigga, where I'm from, a nigga dream. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking nigga, it's about your peoples. You know what I mean? So, cherish what you got though. Cherish what you have and appreciate it so you can get more and grow from it, bruh. Appreciate what you're going through so you don't have to go through it even if it's bad again, mentally. I was listening to something that had to say about Machiavelli. Machiavelli's kind of theory I got out of what I heard was like, don't let nothing surprise you. Don't let nothing take you out of that emotional state. If you understand life on life's terms, then you know how to maneuver the pieces correctly. But emotions that are going to continuously change over a period of time shouldn't control your movements. So don't get too emotional. Don't get understand what life is presenting to you. So, if you look at a blade of grass, how much a blade of grass gotta go through this thick ass dirt to become that blade of grass. And it's hella thin and you can rip it off like that, but it just went through that mud and to sprout up. So a lot of stuff gotta be tough, bro, to survive. Even a blade of grass. So don't be no buster. Don't be no buster and don't let these niggas tell you this what you gotta be, this what you gotta do, this what you gotta say. Ain't nobody telling me nothing, bruh. But I listen to everybody because that's respectfully. I listen to people. I didn't take what they say, but me taking it in and not like filtering it out like it's like a fish, you know what I'm saying? The gills, throw out all the shit they don't need. I don't need everything. So I might go to a buffet, but I ain't eating everything on the menu because everything ain't for me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm hella grown. And no matter what a nigga say to me, man, he probably ain't gonna get to me if it's stupid. It says you spitting bullshit right now. Let a young help you stop talking. Well, Solace. Yo, young ass, right? Like I just told you, everything ain't for everybody. You feel me? The people that's still here, fucking with it lightweight, or they just trolling, whatever the fuck they want to do. Let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no buster now. You over there, you know what I mean? Hating on the next person, bro. Hey, there used to be songs in Northern California like, why you wanna play a hate on me? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Or no player hating. That used to be like a term that everybody used. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, bro, that's like, y'all took it from where we was like, we really like prided ourselves on like, you know what I'm saying? Like being gentlemen to each other. That's kind of why we didn't have as much friction as y'all be having nowadays, because a nigga know how to say, oh man, bro, that's clean. And compliment a person without being too much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, and be able to be cordial with people and be able to be men, because men, it was like no sex play. Like that's how growing up in Stockton, I always tell people, it's like growing up on a level 4 yard. You couldn't sex play niggas and you couldn't do this outside. Maybe behind closed doors you could be, but like there wasn't no hating on the next group. You know what I'm saying? You had to give them niggas they props. Niggas getting it. Like, so growing up for us, it was kind of different than growing up for y'all, because y'all all like, and then the older niggas that's haters go along with it. So until that changes, you feel me? In like the internet world, it's just y'all gonna keep getting a bunch of cornballs, bruh. Man, I probably Solace. I'm not even gonna go there, bruh, because most of the time, why niggas don't be one? Cause they girls gonna get to smalling at a nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So just keeping it a buck with you. Most of my, you know what I mean? So they be like, hey, Ralph, you gotta, you can't. I'll be like, for sure, bro. I already know. I already know. Because I've been doing it for years. Not towards my homies, though. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't help it, Solace. Don't be mad at me, bro. Because you probably, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But see, when my little sister, see, this the thing, though. People be judging people, right? Now, 10 years ago, hella depressed, right? Didn't really know how to eat. So I didn't even really know how to cook. But I fell in love with Snicker bars for like a good, like, summertime. I'm going to the store. I start smoking it. So junk food, I was like 200 pounds. And my little baby sister, she said, you getting fat. And in my head, you know what I'm saying? How she said it affected me. I didn't want to admit it that it affected me, but later in life told her that it affected me once I did something about it. So I did something about it. I started going to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning because when I went there to sign up, the trainer told me to do one of these with just pulling the weights down like that. And I couldn't do it like good. It was 10 pounds on each side. And it was shaky. I'm shaking. And I was like, damn, I'm that weak. So I ended up just going there at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning, because there was nobody there to learn how to work out. Because I was so prideful, I didn't want to ask nobody for help. I wanted to figure it out myself. So boom, I started going and I started training my body. And I started being a better son. Because at this point, nigga, I wasn't getting fucked up and being in the streets all like that no more. So, but that was the results of it. You know what I'm saying? Unhealthy lifestyle. So I ended up taking accountability for that just because my little sister called me fat. You know what I'm saying? That's how shallow I was thinking, but she helped me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got, instead of taking it as an insult, take it as somebody that love you telling you the truth. Like what she was saying is you getting real unhealthy because she ran track and field. She was a lot younger than me. She was in high school, ran track and field. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So it helped me though. So whatever help you, you know what I'm saying? You utilize it, bro. What 50 Cent say, Solace, if you still there, I need you to hate. It motivate me, bruh. It motivate me. I didn't even have haters just a few years ago, bruh, that didn't know me. I had haters that actually knew me, bruh. Now I got haters on the internet. That is a beautiful thing, bruh, because it keep other people in there. You keep it going. Because if you keep the comment section going, then YouTube is going to tell the YouTube algorithm, hey, there's something going on on this page, and it's going to direct people there. So Solace, I don't think you hating, you trolling. I know, and I'm cool with it. But I'm just telling you, when you do troll, you just help that channel out. So if somebody's mad at you for trolling, they a buster, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And if they mad at you for saying whatever you saying, they a buster, bruh. Because it really don't matter. You you have the right to say whatever you want to say, bro. Just don't threaten nobody on here, because then you're going to get in trouble. That's all. That's what I would tell you. Don't threaten nobody on here, because the internet, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I'm saying? So you get the same stuff on here that's documented. You know what I'm saying? They are documenting all of us from the video to the words being in there in the alert system. So you definitely it says George. So okay. Thanks for saying I'm a fellow black man, Georgie. Hope you're breathing easy. Y'all. I don't even know what that means, bro. But this is BayAreaCompass, man. So normally when we ain't on live, we do blogs and stuff like that. Sometimes interviews with some of the artists in Northern California. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of platforms. Some specialize in, you got Thizzler, which is a big platform. They don't really do no many interviews. You got Star Quality, you got Jaleese who be you know, you got DC, but he been doing this little, you know what I mean, his LA trip, you know what I'm saying? Um, Point and shoot, but he do, you know what I mean? But these are all Northern California platforms and shit. Uh, but we really the only ones that really, you know what I mean, that still touch down with Northern California content as much as we do. Wiggs, I think he from Northern California. I don't know where Wiggs TV from, but I lock into with Wiggs. You see what I'm saying? You got Mike. What's Mike name? Mike DC. Some Mike from Oakland. Little Blood got his little shit. I miss when Mr. Fab. I miss when Mr. Fab and his uncle was doing that little thing, man. That was cool. So you got a lot of stuff going on out here, and regardless how famous our artist is, everybody know that everybody mostly get their swag from Northern California, bro. Then LA sell it, boom, and then the world start doing it, and boom, boom, boom. You know how this shit go, man. Man, what's the best food in Oakland? I ain't from Oakland, but California, I say we got the best Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in other places, and y'all Mexican food don't be, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So Mexican food, I'm gonna say I'll try to find in Oakland if I wanted something outside of just some regular like restaurant. You feel me? But a lot of Mexicans out here, bruh. Yeah, you from the South? I would say Mexican food then. You feel me? Now the South, you probably gonna go with seafood, soul food. You know what I'm saying? Caribbean food, some jerk chicken, I don't know, Jamaican food. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a lot of different shit down there. I wouldn't say no. Like you know what I mean. The Midwest ain't really they food kind of suck. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really see no good food out there. You feel me? And when I went to Arizona, I think cause it gets so hot, like in California, we gonna have beans, rice in there, cilantro, all the you know what I mean, all the ingredients. When you go to places like Arizona, all they had in their burrito was like it was meat and lettuce. And I was like, what is this? But I think cause it gets so hot out there, and it might be some, you know, the Mexican border, how the Mexican border placed on California could say what region of Mexico maybe people are coming from and what ingredients they use in their authentic Mexican food. So I think Arizona, like places like that, got a different area of Hispanics that came and migrated over there. So they do things a little different out there. Yeah, but I ain't really like they 99-cent tacos in Arizona, Solace. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. That if you go to Oakland, you going, oh, okay. So that's okay. You know what I mean? A little carne asada, you know what I mean? A little red salt. You know what I mean? Cilantro, okay. Oh, okay, something. All right. They're going to have the portionally, uh, you know what I mean? Good and shit. You know what I mean? All them good words and shit, man. Y'all trying to get me to act like I'm smart. Yeah, you gotta go see. I'm telling you, y'all asked me what food out here, and I'm black as a motherfucker, and I told y'all Mexican food, bruh. You know one food I don't like though, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, nigga. I do not like Indian food, nigga. We ain't going to no Indian restaurant, bruh. Nah, hell nah. And we talking about India, you know what I'm saying? Not the Native Americans. I ain't never had no Native American food. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't eating no Indian cuisine, bruh. I'm cool. What about y'all? Y'all like Indian food, bruh? I like Chinese food. I mess with some Thai food, you know what I'm saying? I mess with a lot of foods, but don't give me no curry. Like, nothing from there. I'm cool. Yeah, Solace said he don't like it either. Now we getting along, Solace. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Japanese curry. See, I'm saying we talking about Indian curry. I don't know about no Japanese curry. You feel me? I'll fuck with that. I'll try it out. Let me try. I ain't eating no raw. See, Japanese people be liking that raw shit too, like all kind of raw shit. I ain't messing with that, bro. You can keep that shit. Mexicans do too. My boy took me one time in, and this nigga was mad because he paid for the meal. But I'm like, why you pay for that, bro? They didn't cook it. Cause everything was raw octopus, raw shrimp. I'm like, nah, nigga. Where the fuck why didn't they cook the shit, bro? You paying $80 for they just put the shit on ice and brought it to you, bro. What the No, I'm not eating no octopus. Oh, it's good. No, it don't look good, bro. That shit look crazy. You got this little octopus all raw. Just choking on it's good. I'm not doing all of that, bruh. Fry me up some chicken. Or cook a hamburger. You know what I mean? That's what we used to when we go, cause we was young and money and shit. So we go to real nice restaurants where there's lawyers and shit like that. But we hood niggas, man. We hood people. Cause everybody wasn't, you know what I'm saying, with me. But we was go there. These niggas want to eat all the, I don't know what the fuck that shit is, man. And it don't look good. Give me a burger. And the burger was mid. This burger was mid too. So now I don't want to spend $200 on that plate of mid food. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go to the right restaurants. It's because you got money and you think you eating at some place that's expensive or extravagant. Don't mean that you really eating at a place that's expensive and extravagant. They just played you, bruh. You paid $200 for this nasty ass shit. I ain't been to, man, I got a felony, bro. I ain't been out of the country yet. And I got one of them type of felonies that prevent you from getting out the country, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Possession of sales of any will prevent you from doing a lot of shit, bruh. And I ain't been in trouble damn near in forever. And the motherfuckers be playing. But then I ain't really looked past that point when they told me, like, oh, you get a felony, you can't go out of the country. I probably can go to some places. So I am gonna get a passport. But I don't know if you're messing with me, man. Yeah, man. But I gotta try. I do wanna go to Europe. You know what I mean? Europe seems very interesting. I be watching like I don't be knowing their names, but you know, people traveling shows and shit with people on YouTube and shit. And you know, like Iraq, I wanna go to Iraq. I wanna go to places like that too, the Middle East, all kind of places. Why not? You see what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of propaganda. You be thinking it's most people nice, bro. Americans hella mean. Y'all see how mean y'all been to me on this damn thing, bro. Americans mean, bro. When you go into like, go look on one of them on YouTube, you'll see somebody like from a different country, and then they got different comments in different languages. But then you press translate, and it's like, good job, brother. I love you. Da, 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 da. All that good stuff. Americans comments is, you know what I'm saying? We some hateful motherfuckers, man. But yeah, man, I like traveling, man. I'd have been to a lot of places in America. Y'all ever been to Little Rock? Man, so like I was driving from the Midwest. Now I don't know. I was coming from Illinois at this point in time. So I don't know which highway I was on or whatever, man. So this is around the time where they keep talking about like George Floyd and all of this stuff. So so this around that time. So I'm driving, going up this mountain, and I barely had bought this car, so I didn't know if it was I buy the cars, I use cars, so you know what I'm saying. So I bought a used car. Boop boop boop. I'm driving up this mountain, and I don't know when the mountain ends. I don't know none of this, so I'm like kind of like paranoid. I'm by myself, and I'm starting to see Confederate flags. Like, what? And if y'all don't know, Arkansas, I think is like statistically one of the most like Ku Klux Klan type of environments. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You feel me? All I can tell you, bruh, is I'm dumb. So I stop into this city where they got the most Confederate flags. I'm hungry and I don't care. So there's a McDonald's. Now, I don't know if these people was racist, but they had the best McDonald's I ever had, bro. Everything was perfect. People was hella polite there, smiles, and it was it was beautiful, bro. You seeing ponds and lakes, and I was like, so don't judge a book by its cover, too. Don't let these people tell you and put you in fear to not, because most of the time people ain't tripping, as long as you know how to conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, and they don't sell alcohol on Sundays. So you gotta get all your alcohol on Saturday. I think maybe the weekends. Or you gotta go to the next state over to get alcohol. Some states still don't sell alcohol on certain days. I don't know, man. So, but it's still the different cultures is definitely like even in America, it's like a different country. People get down different everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? But the same too. So, you know, that should be cool though. You gotta travel, you gotta diversify yourself, bro. Can you adapt in different environments without kerplumping? And most of the time when I was going to these places, this is how you know when you always in the ghetto, because I always found myself on Martin Luther King Drive trying to get some money, legitly. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Detroit, nigga, I was on 9 Mile, 8 Mile in the hood too. Downtown Detroit, like I be where I gotta be. You feel me? When I went to Orlando to work. Bro, I was at a 7-Eleven. It was like Jamaican, or they was Jamaican, or I don't think they was Haitian, but I think they was Jamaican. Niggas start having a shootout. I'm helping this lady she locked her keys in the car. Me and my people's trying to help her, and they had started having a shootout. You know what I'm saying? So, I be in all kind of different places still, just legitly trying to make some money, but sometimes the work I'm doing require me to be in lower income environments. So I be in these environments, and it's like kind of like I work for myself. So it's kind of by choice, but it's just I've been, I be wanting to see too. Be the BayArea, be all the places that people be Watts. Been in all the ghettos, bro. That shit don't amaze me. So people be like, "Why don't you go to do these hood vlogs?" Why? The people already doing them, and I've already seen enough of the hood. What I do these life vlogs and shit, man. So that niggas ain't just y'all try to pay people to be certain things, but man, we much more. And if you really do your history, you be like, damn, black people did a lot of shit too. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just think we just, nah, man, motherfuckers be smart. I've seen some of the most treacherous niggas, because I'm from Stockton. Some of the most treacherous niggas that, at least from Stockton, be some of the smartest people that you ever gonna meet. Some of the legends that they talk about. You know what I'm saying? Now that y'all getting to know Stockton, some of them people, nigga, some of the smartest people you gonna meet, but they just had a different switch in them. You feel me? So that switch, you want to turn on. That's the bottom line, bro. Yeah. All the bad people always tend to like me for some reason. Like, no, we ain't letting people mess with you, Ralph. Why, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Protect the nigga, man. So that's how I grew up. I was protected by all them peoples. So it's different. So I always felt ordained by God. Like, I was always protected by some peoples and stuff like that, man. DM this nigga, he wants his want. I don't know what you mean by that, Solace. You gotta elaborate. He say car note or death note. I don't even know what that means, bro. Where you from, Solace? You from like the Midwest, huh? But I just be chopping it up, which I'm tired of, like, you know what I mean? I be having to paint it up in the blogs and stuff like that. I just drink coffee and just live, go live, and you know what I mean? That's a little bit better for me. What's up, Pyro? Shout out Pyro Jones, Lisa Haney, you know what I'm saying? Shout out you, you know what I mean? I ain't really been looking at the comments like that, Solace. When I went to Arizona, though, I did see you say Arizona on there. When I went to Arizona, it was hot as hell. I had to go to Flagstaff. I was in the Mojave Desert for a minute. That was like an experience that I almost had, what they call it. I think they call it like tsunami or something like that. Whatever that be going on out there. Not a tsunami, but something like that. Some of that terms. And, oh, you never been to the Midwest? That's cool. You from South, like, you said it's Southwest, Southern California? But yeah, man, Arizona, it be getting hot, bruh. You gotta go to Flagstaff. It's like a whole different place. But I ain't worked in Las Vegas during the summertime, 114 outside all day, looking dark as it. Look, like I just came back from an African country, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you from the South, like, okay, like Arkansas. You from like that nigga from Mississippi, Alabama? I been to Alabama just on the Greyhound and shit. Uh, through but I'd have been to like Florida, driving there. So I'd have been through all of these states, like driving through. But I never stopped like Oklahoma and all. You know what I mean? I'm just driving through though. But I done been through a lot of, you know what I mean, America, except for the East Coast, not like the Northeast. I ain't never been nowhere up there, New York, Maine, none of that. I've been on the Southeast, Florida. Oh, you from Florida? What parts? I've been through all of that. You know what I mean? Tallahassee, all of that, bruh. Where all the niggas at, too. You know what I mean? Fort Lauderdale Hills, all of that. Ghouls out there getting money up in they. Yep, all the way to the bottom. The bottom of Homestead, all of that, bruh. I've been through all of that, man. By myself. So, you know what I mean? Or with a family member. So you know now you know I'm tripping. If I'm with one of my family members, that's when you should be afraid of me. Like, bro, don't even say nothing to them. Cause it's gonna end bad for me or you. And I ain't tripping. What's good, Kevin? You feel me? Are you from North Florida? Yeah, y'all crazier out there. I thought, cause I thought, yeah, but y'all crazier. Like Jacksonville. What's that other little place? I went to a place, I think it's like Greensville or something like that. Gainesville. Nigga, that's one of the ghettoest places I done been to out there, bruh. Gainesville, so all of that, Florida, man, one of them type of places, bruh. You get in an argument, you damn near gotta realize that damn near everybody got a gun out here. You know what I'm saying? Or like I was out there a couple of months ago. I was working and shit, and I'm trying to talk to, I'm a salesman type of thing, right? So niggas start tripping, and I'm kind of tripping back. So he get out his cards and he pull out some brass knuckles. Now I ain't tripping off the brass knuckles because I'm like, nah, he gotta give me one. Then the brass knuckles turned into two switchblades. Like, what, nigga? That's what he said. I was like, nigga, get back in the car. I ain't had nothing, nigga. I didn't, you know what I mean? I called him all out his name, but I had to concede that he probably gonna win this one, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Calm down, I'm working and shit. Nigga, humble yourself. You working right now, Ralph. Over here about to get stabbed on the job and shit. Nigga, these niggas ain't paying you enough. You feel me? So, Florida, they be tripping. Another time I was out there, a nigga had an AK in his bag or like something like that. Nigga, he was tripping because I was getting more money than him in his little section. He was mad. So I had to be like, man, calm down. I got my peoples over here. And before you get to that, bruh, so I had to approach it in a very dangerous type of way to make sure I had my nephew with me and my peoples with me. So I couldn't let it go down like that. So Florida be kind of, Florida be Penisola, Penisola. I can't say the word Penisola, Penicola. I kept saying soda on there for some reason. Penicola. No, I ain't never been to Penicola though. Last time I was in like Stewart, Florida. I was hitting that's the east east coast of y'all shit. I went to Naples and shit, like around there. It yeah, I really only touched the south part of Florida last time. I went to what's that shit? Not Sarasota, but before that shit, Fort Myers. I was out in Fort Myers for a little minute. You feel me? I was in I always go, man. My RP, my nigga Josh, right? He from Miami. He I always go out there. I had to go out there just to pay like my respects, cause he they call it Miami because it's Miami County, but he from Homestead. There's hella Latin out there, so I couldn't do what I was intending to do out there because they couldn't fuck with what I was doing. So I just went out there because that nigga taught me how to stay in Florida. Florida a hard place to live at, bruh. Y'all rude as fuck, just like Californians. East Coast. What part of the East Coast, Kevin? What rap label, Jody Boy? He said, bro, we just had a rap label come to our town, but we really not on the map. Man, well, this is why I always try to tell y'all, no matter where y'all from, this is our music platform. My Instagram is Raphael87, baby, _ BayAreaCompass. But if you hit one of us up, because it's me and Lex, it's two people that do this platform. Me and Lex, if you hit up one of us and send us your music, we'll post it on here. As long as you don't have no copyright type of thing on here, so that we could keep the channel up. But we don't care if the music good, bad, or whatever, bruh. It's art. So that's what this platform truly about. But if you got content just in general, and you want to put your city on the map, if you want to get heard, send it, bro. Nobody. That's what I'm saying. I grew up in the era of no player hating, bro. You know what I mean? And players get down differently all over. You get what I'm saying? So you can't really. I don't know when genres of music are created. It's by somebody that's very eventful. You know what I'm saying? So when people become creative and they create something different, most time if people don't gravitate it right away, and there's a cult little audience, bro, you just build your audience and then look, man, like Tech Nine. I remember some white kids showing me it was like Cottonmouth Kings or something like that, and he used to listen to Tech Nine. It was the song he used to always play was "I'm a Slacker," you feel me? And then I start seeing, when I start going to the Midwest, they got these things called juggalos, and they are infatuated with Tech Nine. So there's a genre for or audience for any type of genre. You feel me? Sometimes you gotta build it. They built their road just like Mac Dre and stuff like that. That's why they are so revered and where they are, because they touched down in their section and really just boop, 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 and put it on. But you got to take them chances. And in today's time, you can just throw it on the site. A lot of sites going to charge you. We don't charge you over here to post your stuff thus yet. I mean, like thus far, we just post this stuff for you. A lot of platforms at least going to want $5, $10, something. Yeah, Drake's one is hard too. Dragonomics, yeah, Dragonomics. But I just be liking to get shout out. Drake's one, man. That's one of the I respect him doing that. And then go check out Big Tone and AWAX's. They starting to do little interviews and stuff like that. do little like, you know, just live and create a platform. So shout out to all of these people. And these people put a lot of work in, you feel me, to create this network where I have a chance to come on here and talk to y'all, and I ain't really made no movements like they did. So hey, I started off like a few years ago fucking with Lex, right? And you know, he gave me a shot. I never was going to a studio. I was just doing this shit in my house this whole time, right? Never really been recording in studios besides my own. And he used to just post my shit, and I knew that the audio was bad and all that stuff, but bruh looked out for me, just kept posting it. So yeah, my bad. So it gave me an opportunity, and now, you know, as long as I keep doing what I want to, what I need to do, I can keep building this stuff. So don't limit yourself. I didn't think it was gonna go like that at first. When I started doing this music and learning about YouTube and shit like that, I used to troll and post, not troll, but post my music under somebody else's name, and it'd get views, but it wasn't. I yet wasn't able to get my content out there with my name on it. Still thus far, you know what I'm saying? Now, you gotta keep working at this stuff. And how much do you want it? And you gotta invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally shoot my own music videos when I do it and all of that. So if I really wanted to take advantage of this platform, I would have invested in the right equipment to do this shit. So, you know, sometimes you gotta invest in yourself, man. Like, even if you have a platform, post your music. Put $10 in Google ads so that you can get your song out there. And YouTube will put you up in the algorithm. And if people like the song, it might give you some motion, especially with a platform that already got subscribers on it. So you do got to kind of invest in yourself. I wanted it to happen organically, pridefully, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't bad to invest in yourself. It says, what are you stealing today? I don't know what you talking about. Perez, you look like J Car. I don't even know Souza. I don't even know who that is, but shout out, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Bet I'm gonna get up with you. Okay, Perfect Anxiety, man. Yeah, just hear your music, man. So shout out all y'all, man. You know, subscribe to the channel. I usually do these lives early in the morning. What's good with you, bruh? Shout out, it's your partner, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your partner be locked in with us a lot. Oh yeah, Perez said that what's his name? Some Souza is a UFC fighter. You see how I look like, bro? Cause I ain't showed you I have hair and shit, bro. Now do I look like, bro? Yeah, ain't, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Rodney, man. Shout out Rodney, man. You know what I mean? We just trying to, you know, and I started this off. Oh, shout out Jody Boy, man. 402, man. Where the 402 at, Jody? And I appreciate it, bro. He said it. He learned a lot. Dispensary or homegrown? Dispensary, bro. You know, I ain't never grew it, so I'll be having to still go to the hood when it's homegrown or somebody. You don't know what you're getting. You know what I mean? You can go into the cannabis store and just let me get that, and you good, and you about your business. So, cannabis store for sure. Yeah, man, you gotta stay positive amongst all the drama, man. You know what I'm saying? Be a lot of drama. People depending on you. That's why you do it, nigga. You don't do it for yourself. You do it for them. You know what I'm saying? You do it for your peoples. That's why you gotta be built strong, bro, and be a service. That's why God brought you here. Be a service to your peoples, and don't ever question it. And Don't ever, you don't need no money to, it's your people's, man. Sacrifice. If you a dog, if you a real dog, you're gonna sacrifice, bro. I'm a hunter. You know what I'm saying? I don't, so I'm a and that's just how I gotta go. Especially for your people, your tribe. Is you a tribesman? You know what I'm saying? Is you a warrior? Or you a buster? And that means sometimes you gotta, this is the first thing you gotta control. Get that intact. Get that intact. Then, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta move it a certain way, bro. Even through the rough times. It's like, always look at yourself as like a warrior in the tribe. Man, we got rough terrain over here, so I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to already have my mind state ready for it. Yeah, we ain't coming back unless we got something to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of mind state you should have. I'm gonna make sure my people straight, type of thing. Even amongst all the walking through that rough terrain, going through all this, that's how life is, man. Nature give you a clear understanding of how life is, bro. So understand nature, and then you gonna understand life. But subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate everybody locking in today, man. God bless, man. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Another time, man. Another day. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want y'all music sent to the platform, bro. You know what I mean? Raphael underscore BayAreaCompass on Instagram. Type in Raphael87, baby. You can always find me on there. And I have no problem posting your music on here, posting your content on here. Raphael87, baby, man.